We are live! Believe Nation, happy Thursday! Thursday is my public facing day, so I'm doing interviews and hangouts and podcasts and guest appearances all day long. This is my third IG Live of the day, and I'm going to bring in a special guest today that I'm super excited about. For anybody who's wanted to become an author, if you wanted to become an author, you want to learn I'm excited to learn how to hit bestseller lists, how to get good PR. We're going to bring in a special guest who I don't think has done in IG Live before. So it may take me a little bit to pop in here. But for anybody who's ever wanted to write a book, you felt like you've got this big message inside you and you're trying to figure out, how do I get this going? How do I make money from this? How do I write a book that people actually read? That's what we're going to cover today. So I'm just waiting for him. Oh, Terry in the house. Terry, I see you. We're just waiting for Michael to pop in. And until then, happy Thursday, everybody. What a day. Holy cow. It's been such an awesome day doing interviews and 3 IG Lives in one day. It's pretty awesome. But anyway, it's been fun spreading the message, putting my extrovert hat on. Terry says hi. Hi, Terry. Okay. Michael just set up his Instagram account. So this guy is a multiple best-selling author for, he has his own books. He does ghostwriting books for other people. And Michael just DM'd me to say he's right here. Terry, can we let Michael know that he's got to go to my account? Because he's sending me a DM right now, but I don't think he knows that he's got to click on the little icon there to be able to join in. So looking forward to having him here. Welcome, Zachary. Welcome, Marco, Bobby. Inspiration Zone. Dude, Inspiration Zone. I love seeing you go live. We got another Michael expert, Michael the TikTok. Michael, we should do a session talking TikTok. We should have you on and we'll do a session talking TikTok. I think it'll be valuable as well. But I'm looking for a different Michael right now who's going to tell us about how to make a book become a bestseller. New York Times. I'm still waiting for him to join in, so we'll see. We gotta pop his Instagram live cherry here. He just set up his account. Now this man knows how to write best-selling books for himself and for other people, but he's new to the Instagram game, I think. So let's see. See when he joins in. We'll bring him in. Anyway, in the meantime, you guys have some quick questions for me. Pop it down below, and I'll do my best to be able to answer them. Marta in the house. Welcome, Canvas Life. Welcome, Jules in the house. Appreciate you. Terry says on it. Okay, awesome. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Evan. You've been an incredible mentor. Dude, I love seeing you go live. It makes me happy. He's doing it. He's doing it. He's going live every day. Almost, at least every day that I see, you're going live, and it's amazing. Matt in the house. Gay in the house. Rebecca in the house. Me here. I love it. I love seeing everybody. Level Up with Shay. Look at that. I haven't recognized that account yet. I like that. Level Up with Shay. Let's go. How do you create your goals? Just quickly pop some chat messages in. I'll do my best to answer them while we wait for Michael to join in. I set my goals. I'm a weird duck, okay? So I have lifetime goals that I'm working towards. What I want to do for the rest of my life, right? I want to unlock as many people to believe in themselves as possible. It's my lifetime goal. And then it's what I'm working on right now, right? The 5-year goal doesn't exist. I think if you know where you're going to be in 5 years, you're thinking small. Because you don't know what you're capable of in 5 years. You don't know what the world's going to look like in 5 years. Like 10 years, if I said a 10-year goal, 10 years ago, I had like 100 subscribers on YouTube. I would never say, I'm going to be this big YouTuber. It was never part of my plan. So I don't think you can plan too far ahead, but you have a mission. Like if you don't have that long-term vision for yourself, then you're just kind of walking around aimlessly. So I think that makes it super important. So I'm maybe weird duck. Most people would recommend, I don't think anybody actually would be against having a vision, but I think people do recommend having 5 or 10 year goals. I think just if you know where you're going to be in 10 years, you're thinking small. Just the world will change too much. You're going to change too much. Trying to get Michael on. All right, no problem. We'll keep answering some questions here. Evan, I have 3,000 followers, but then 40 on live here. Why not live there? What? I don't get that question. Rob, I have 3,000 followers, but then 40 on live here. Why not live there? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, Rob. Oh, talking TikTok? I haven't done TikTok live. I don't know. So when I'm doing interviews like this, we move it to YouTube. So we go live on Instagram for the live experience, and also to get questions sometimes from the audience we bring in, and then I bring that to YouTube, and the YouTube video will get, whatever, 50, 100, 150. Sometimes we did one, Tony Robbins, that interview I did has, I want to say 2 million views, something like that. But Tony is always, it's Tony Robbins, and he's fantastic. So that was a really special one. But otherwise, normally we do interviews. We'll get way more people who end up watching it on YouTube. But I like having the live interaction and just the people in their their home environment, their comfortable environment, putting it on. So thank you. I have a big decision to make soon. What would you recommend? Plant-based Carol. I love it. Wow, what a picture too, with like flexing. That's great. Plant-based Carol. Big decisions with your heart. Small ones with the head. That's how you do it. So your heart can build something that hasn't existed before. Your head, your brain, keeps you safe, only understands a world that currently exists. David Comrie, welcome aboard. So whatever that big decision is, your brain is telling you to stay small, to play safe, to be little. And it's keeping you in a fear zone where your heart wants to make something that hasn't been done before. So make big decisions with your heart. You got to go off and do it. That's what I would recommend. Plant-based Carol. I've started doing Instagram. All right, welcome. Oh, I've just started doing Instagram Lives from Miss James UK. I love Instagram Lives. I think it's super awesome. You can bring in guests. This show, I'd be doing more of your questions, but we're waiting for a special guest to pop in and give some value. We're going to talk. Terry, he just messaged again saying he's here, but I think he's just on my account, but he's not actually, I don't see him in the chat here to be able to bring in. So that's what we're just waiting for. This guy has written New York Times best-selling books for himself, for others. He has a method, a formula to have other people build New York Times best-selling books and get your message out there. So I want to pick his brain. So as soon as he's ready, we'll bring him in and pick his brain. But until then, pop some more quick questions down in the chat. I'll do my best to get through as many as possible. If anyone wants a tip on writing books, I recommend starting with the table of contents. It saves so much time. Yeah. Oh man, that's especially for nonfiction. For fiction, I think it's a lot harder, but for nonfiction, that's definitely how I start. Like build to serve. What are the main categories I want to get into, and then inside of that, what are the table of contents, and then inside of that, what are the chapters, and inside of that, then what am I writing one page at a time? I think that's super helpful. Super helpful. I'll end up still adding, like I built the serve, I had who, why, how. I had the 3 main sections I wanted to talk about, all tied up and ready to go. And then at the end of it, I thought, you know what, I want to give people the actual practical tool and how to make money doing this. So it's great to find your purpose, but a lot of people then just struggle to make money at it because they're doing it part-time. So I wanted to give people a formula. So then I added an entire 4th section. And that's actually common. When in my Your One Word, my first book, I did the same thing too. I added an entire other section afterwards, but it's still super helpful to have a table of contents for nonfiction. Fiction, I don't know. I think there's too much flow in fiction, but I don't know. I'm not a fiction writer, so I'm not the guy. Maybe Michael has some advice on fiction. I think his stuff is nonfiction, but I could be wrong that he has, maybe his formula applies for fiction as well. So we'll see. Let's see what else. Terry popped out too, so I think Terry's getting on the call to figure out how to bring him in. What else? Hello, IG Live with Angela. Angela, well, I need to see you on more lives. Let's go, IG Live with Angela. We got to get more lives going. I love it. Behan Code saying, just want to say hello. Welcome. Hello. Ishwari saying hello, Evan. Gay giving a thumbs up. Appreciate you. Time Flies Sykes says, hi, Evan. Welcome aboard. I hope I pronounced that okay. Terry said trying. She's trying. She's doing it. She's trying. She's messaging him. Oh, I see Terry back in the chat again, that too. Yeah, he's just got to click. I think he just doesn't know to click on my face. Maybe we'll do a screenshot or something if we do this again Yeah, people, when they're first doing it, sometimes there's some tech issues. Yes, with a star. I love it, Angela. Amazing. Limitless Domination. You are the man, Evan. Thank you for creating awesome content and being a tremendous inspiration. Hey, appreciate you. Just trying. But I think I just did a podcast with somebody who's talking about, all the, legacy and all the great stuff that I've built. I'm not that special, right? I mean, I'm doing special things, I guess, but I'm as special as you are. You could, everybody watching, you could be great at something too, whether it's a YouTube channel or you've got that big book inside you. Everybody could be doing their version of what I'm doing, right? You don't want to just do what I'm doing, do your version of you, but having a big impact, changing lives. Inspiration Zone saying, we love Angela. It's very true. Angela is definitely a force for good. I remember when I first started talking to Angela, I was like in Puerto Rico in the dark, walking down the street, losing internet. And she's off doing it. She's doing it. She's doing her lives. Hello from Cambodia. Wow, I didn't even know what the Cambodian flag looks like. Now I know. There it is. Hello from Vienna. We got a international audience here. I'm overthinking my career, what to do. I actually just posted something on my Instagram this morning talking about overthinking. Stop overthinking. Do it. Right? Like, get out of your head and get into your heart. People say I got to wrap my head around it. No, don't think that way anymore. You don't need to wrap your head around it. You need to wrap your heart around it. The way through overthinking is with your heart. So what do you want to do? Right? Go. Such, I can't pronounce your name. Suchith. Hello from Turkmenistan. Wow, I didn't even know that was a country. I love it. You are my role model inspiration. Appreciate you, Okade. Thank you, Inspiration Zone. Lots of love. Dre F. Med, hello. Thanks for commenting on my video. You got it. I'm trying to, if you're following me, I set aside time every day to just try to spread love to the people who follow me and just show acts of surprises. Just pop in. Usually not super deep, insightful comments, just like a fist bump or much love or something. Just trying to help support, if you guys are following me. It grows every day, so it becomes more and more difficult every day. But anyway. Okay, what else? Let's see. I'm looking. I don't see Michael yet. You guys are going to love Michael. I'm building it up, but I've been looking at what he's doing, and I'm super excited and super impressed to bring him in. For anybody who wants to write a book, this is the guy you need to learn from. Okay, well, we wait for him. Shrikante, how can we start preparing ourselves for business? I'm trying to start up software firm, thing a lot not going ahead, not sure what happened. Just you got to schedule it in, right? Every day, schedule time to work on your business. Every day, schedule time to work on your business. People will have demands for your time that will be out of control, but you need to schedule. Just like if you want to be a writer. Oh, I see him. There's Michael. Okay, we're gonna bring him in. This is gonna be fun. Michael's in the chat. Let's go learn how to write a best-selling book, fam. You ready? This is it. Okay, Michael, I sent you an invite. Click the accept. Connecting. We're connecting. It's happening.
Ah!
We got it.
Evan, sorry for the delay. I apologize, my friend.
No worries. You made it happen. I'm excited. I've been
hyping. Technological snafu. Thank you.
That's okay. That's okay. So, guys, if you want to learn how to write a best-selling book, build your brand, get the attention you're looking for, this is the man that you need to learn from. We're going to pick his brain for a little bit. He's got a course. I'm going to read it because I forgot the name. But the best earning author system on Teachable that is relatively new, right? When did you put this up?
Just a few weeks ago. It's been up for about 3 weeks.
3 weeks. And how's the reaction so far?
Everybody loves it. People are buying it. They're loving it. They're learning what they didn't know about how to get started as a writer. And they're saying there's nothing like it. So all good.
I love it, man. Listen, I get so many people asking me about writing the book, getting publishing deals, getting attention, getting awareness. In your kind of in the overview of the course, what I love, you said something about, where is it? How to achieve bestseller status in an hour.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Give us a little taste, Michael. What do we need to? How do we get bestseller status in an hour?
I'll tell you. I can tell you anything about books, and as your followers can clearly see, I'm an idiot with technology. So I apologize for that. The short of it is that Amazon re-ranks every book in its system from 0 to 17 million every hour. And they have sublists. In addition to the main list, they have sublists. They have thousands of them. So if your book comes up in the top 100 in a category for even 1 hour of its existence, it is a legitimate national bestseller, an Amazon bestseller, not just for that hour, but for all time. So the thing that you do is you go to your list. You say, hey, everybody, I want you to help me make my book a bestseller. I want you to go on Amazon and buy it between this particular hour, 8 and 9 p.m. on a Tuesday night when there's nothing going on, no big game, no convention, and this is a good time for that because there's nothing going on in the world. And then don't just say, buy my book. Offer them something in exchange. If you buy my book, I'll give a free copy to a women's shelter. I'll invite you to an exclusive webinar. Take a screenshot after the hour is up. There's your proof, and you're an Amazon bestseller in an hour. How's that?
I love it. I like it. It's just dropping fire right from the start. This is great.
That's it, man.
How valuable? So there's lots of hacks, and there's people who will then even like drop their ebook to 99 cents or something, in certain windows just for 24 hours to start to rank. How valuable is that status to say bestseller from Amazon or New York Times or any of that stuff?
Well, it's huge. It's instant credibility because people, whenever they buy anything, it's on two levels. The first is the emotional. It's the child. I want this. And then the parent steps in, but is it nutritious? Is it good for you? Is it going to be okay? So when people see that it's a bestseller, that's instant social proof that you're not the only one buying it. I've got a friend who's a criminal lawyer. And I mean, I don't mean he's a lawyer and a criminal. I just mean he represents people in charge of stuff. He's got a beautiful office, beautiful. You walk in and you look around. The first thing you say is, "Well, I guess I'm not the only one paying $15,000 to talk to this guy." So there's instant credibility when other people see what you're doing and they say, "Well, we've made it a bestseller, so you're going to like it too."
And I guess especially if you don't have that big an audience, you may not be naturally known yet. This could be the thing that you can then put in your bio to say best-selling author.
Well, it changes everything. It's a level of status in a world where people don't read nearly as many books as they used to. And here you are, not just an author, but a best-selling author. So it really instantly changes the way the world perceives you.
And how important is category selection when you're saying, you get 3 categories, I think, on Amazon, right?
Right.
And
well, for the most part, Amazon picks them for you.
Okay.
There may be a way for you to pick them, but basically Amazon looks at the book and Amazon decides. Amazon is the 700-pound gorilla of the book industry. We all live in Amazon's world, and we just try to do the best we can because they have total control over pretty much everything to do with book publishing.
Got it. So Jamin in the live chat is asking, does it work for Audible too?
I don't know if Audible re-ranks its books. What I would do is I would take a look at the listings on Audible and see, take a look at them at like 7:01 tonight, and then look again at 8:01 and see how different they are. If you see that they're different, it's the same thing. It's a good question.
Got it. So for somebody who's got that book inside them and they're kind of struggling to figure out, should I write it? When I get it out, how do I market and promote it? Is that really the goal of the course that you've created to help the beginner first-time author?
Yeah, it is, because you can be a best-selling author, as we just saw, in an hour, but you didn't really make a lot of money from the book. So the real goal is to be a best-earning author, and that's the name of the course.
Right,
the best-earning author.
I like it.
And, thank you. So the basic idea is, first you have to get rid of the head trash that says, I can't write a book, I don't deserve to write a book, I don't know enough to write a book. Look, if you've been doing what you've been doing for years, then you know plenty. You know more than the person you're trying to educate. Sometimes people say, well, there are already books on my subject. Yeah, but we don't have your book. We don't have your unique perspective. We don't have your life experience. So, you've got to find your tribe. Only you can speak to your tribe. And then the question becomes, how do you actually write it? How do you find time to write it? How do you overcome writer's block? How do you publish, distribute, market, and monetize the book once it's come out? And the Best Earning Author course teaches all of that.
And this is only at Teachable, right? You got to go to teachable.com to pick it up.
I mean, the easiest way to find it is you just go to thebestearningauthor.com. It's sitting there waiting for you. And Evan, if you're, as a courtesy to your many followers, if they want to buy the course as a result of seeing this, if they put the word "write" in capital letters, WRITE in capital letters, they'll get $50 off at checkout. So that's for your people.
All right, appreciate that. So again, the question here says, does genre matter when coming to the tactics? So does it matter if it's fiction, nonfiction, or even inside if it's like self-help or something else?
It really does not. Fiction's harder to promote because it's harder to say that it's going to solve a specific problem. Most nonfiction books teach you how to get into a relationship, how to get out of a relationship, how to buy a car, how to get a job, how to buy a house, any of those things. Whereas fiction, it's a little more ethereal. It's a little more, just what I'm thinking about, what I want you to think about. So fiction can be harder to promote. The good news is that although it's harder to get a deal as a first-time author with a major publisher, never in human history has it been so easy to reach a niche audience for any kind of genre, whether it's self-help or whether it's fantasy or science fiction or romance or men's fiction, which is called body count fiction because it's, you know, lots of dead bodies. Whatever you're writing about, there's an audience out there online that already has an appetite for that kind of book. So it's just about connecting with them. And with the internet, it's never been easier, obviously.
So if somebody ultimately wants to get a publishing deal, just to say, hey, I got Penguin Random House or whatever, you know, on their resume too, does having that first one go out and hitting bestseller status increase my chances of getting a yes from the publishing company the second time, next book?
Yeah, that's a great question. The short answer is it definitely helps. But what New York is no longer the major New York publishers are no longer interested in great books or even good books. All they really want are books that are easy to promote for them. And that means that the author is already doing 50 keynotes a year, is already the baby doctor on the Today Show, already has a massive social media following. If you're the person who spent your whole time just trying to, you know, develop really great content, you've got to go independent because the publishers are going to say, we don't know how to make money doing your book. On the other hand, what do you really need them for? So, you know, Evan, someone in your position, you've got a massive following, you could go to New York tomorrow and get a deal. The only question is, why would you want it? Aside from, you know, sort of the pat on the head from the Penguin Random House, because you could do that same book yourself, and instead of getting 10 to 15% of the cover price, you could be getting 50% if you're selling it on Amazon, and if you're speaking or selling it back to the room or selling it, you know, via the various channels that you've got, you could be keeping 85 to 90% of the money. So the question is, why today would you want to let New York eat your lunch? And I don't have a good answer for that.
All right, and it's only getting better, right? It's only going more and more towards decentralization, and you have the control yourself as the creator.
Yeah, it's what you could call an Arab Spring for publishers. Basically, the dictatorial nature of the publishing industry, where you had to beg, borrow to find an agent, and then you had to get a book proposal done, and after that you had to go to the publishing houses and on bended knee and hope that somebody there would buy your book, and maybe they would only pay you $5,000 or $0 today. That's all over. You know, you don't have to do that. And most people who have actually been through the mill with New York publishers did not have good experiences. And it's not all it's cracked up to be. It may seem crazy to say that, but the reality is that you're much better off publishing independently because you save money, you've got control, you save a lot of time, much more money, and you make much more money than you would have had you simply gone the traditional route.
Nice. So someone in the chat saying best earning author, giving a high five.
Thank you.
So yeah, best earning author, go to teachable.com. You can pick it up there. Put write WRITE, you get $50 off. How do you move from being a best-selling author, so we know, okay, we're going to get our 1 hour, get our window, hey, we hit it, to now actually earning money? How do we become a best earning author?
Well, the course goes into a lot of the methods. I'll give you a few right now. If you call your book a manual instead of a book, you can charge $70, you can charge $150, because you're solving a problem for the reader. So no longer is the question, should I buy your book or somebody else's book for $10 or $20? Instead, it's, should I take a course for $2,000, or should go have to find a classroom somewhere to sit in, or hire a professional, or can I just buy your manual? So that's one thing.
I'm taking notes here too. This is great. Manual, okay.
Okay, here's another thing. There's a website called helpareporterout.com, HARO. You know what that's about.
Yeah.
Evan, I'm at the gym. I'm going to show you this real quick.
They shut off the lights on you. They're like, you're carrying too much gold. Like, you got to go buy the course.
Man, don't they know who I am? So anyway, I think I just got him back on. I don't know what the hell's going on here. So I'm going to be in the dark a little bit, but
that's
I
okay.
hope
We can see you. We can see you. We can hear you. It's great.
Okay, that's fine. So it's just crazy times. So help a reporter out. You subscribe for free. They send out an email blast 3 times a day. And it's queries from reporters from the Wall Street Journal, from the New York Times, from CBS News, from local outlets all over the world. And if you see something that's related to your field, contact that reporter immediately. Either he or she will put you into the article or piece that they're writing, or they're going to save you for background for the next time. So this is an instant way to get credibility. And then the next time somebody goes to your website, you've got that New York Times logo plastered there. You've got the quote from the Wall Street Journal on your email signature. So Haro.com or Haro.org. It's a great way to. So those are a couple things right off.
What's the paid? There's a paid version of it too, right? What's the paid version?
I don't know anything about it, to be honest.
Oh, okay. It's like Haro, but paid. Anyway, I use that, and it's not expensive. It's like $99 a month or something. I mean, I guess it's not free, but
yeah. For somebody who's starting off, the free version gets it done. I mean, that's all you need for now. Yeah. You can advance later on.
And I use that. I got into the New York Times.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So it definitely works. The thing is, you just have to make sure you're giving value. Not like, I'm an expert, interview me. You got to actually give them something to think about. Yeah. So they're making the jobs easier.
Give them a quote. Give them a quote they can just put right into the article right away, and they don't even have to contact you, and then you're in. And then once you've got all of those outlets have badges. You put those on your website. You put them on your email signature, and the credibility is huge. So those are a couple of things.
Cool.
And then,
yeah. What are some of the mistakes you see for first-time authors in actually writing the book?
Putting too much pressure on themselves, trying to write too many words in a day, thinking, well, Hemingway wrote 10,000 words a day, so if I don't do that, I'm an idiot. I'm not for real. Hemingway was drunk half the time. Hemingway didn't know how many words Hemingway wrote. So, what I always advise people is just do 2 rotten, stinking pages a day. And not just 2 pages, but 2 rotten, stinking pages a day. Because you cannot write better than you can write. You cannot write worse than you can write. Everybody gets hung up on, is it any good? Well, of course it's going to be good. But the thing is that before it's good, it has to be. If you do 2 rotten, stinking pages, just 2 pages a day, that's going to be half an hour. That's 10 pages a week. That's 40 pages in a month. That's 120 pages or close to a first draft in 90 days. And then once you've got a draft done, then go back and edit it. So the first thing is people put too much pressure on themselves. They expect it to be perfect the first time. They try to write, or they think they have to write too many words in a day. And then once it's, and then also they start editing it even before they've finished writing it. I never advise that. What you want to do is first write the complete draft. Never look back. Don't edit. Don't edit until you've finished, and then go back and look at the whole thing. Those are the steps I advise. I've taught writing at UCLA, at New York University, around the world. Those are some really crucial ways of getting started, of getting a book moving quickly.
Would you recommend, especially for nonfiction, doing a table of contents first to structure the thinking, or just write?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, this is the key to avoiding writer's block. Writer's block is, your brain has 2 hemispheres, a left half and a right half, or a left brain, right brain. Your left brain is the organizing side. That's where you're going to create your table of contents. Do that first. Your right brain is the creative side. That's where you do your writing from. So if you try to shunt back and forth, left brain, right brain, left brain, right brain, your brain hates that, and it sends a pain message. You do that often enough, and you're going to say, it's painful every time I write. I must be blocked. Now, being blocked as a writer is a great thing, because you can go to the bar, you can say, hey, I'm blocked, and people will take you home because they feel sorry for you. But the thing is, you don't get your book done. So the core of it is first do the organizing, then do the writing, and it will flow. Absolutely do the organizing first.
I love it. Okay, so someone here saying, I'm a perfectionist. How important is it to be kind to yourself?
Well, this is bigger than writing. I mean, I once heard somebody say, I looked up perfection in the dictionary and it said beyond criticism. And the girl said, all I ever wanted in life was not to be criticized. And the problem is that if you're trying to be perfect, and even if you are, the people around you are too imperfect to notice how perfect you are. So they'll keep criticizing you. So perfectionism is not just a bad strategy for writing, it's a failed strategy for getting other people to stop criticizing you. So it's something that you really want to let go of. Remember that nobody needs a perfect book. People need a book that's good enough. In psychology, they talk about the good enough parent. You just want to be the good enough author. If your book is good enough, it's going to soar.
I love it. Well, it's crazy how time flies when you're having fun. It's called the Best Earning Author. That's the program. It's a course on teachable.com. Go check it out. And you get $50 off if you put WRITE, W-I-T-E, at checkout. Where do they put that in?
At checkout. That's exactly right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Michael, thank you, man. Thank you for the time. Thank you for popping your Instagram live share with us, and all the wisdom and knowledge that you share with us today.
Evan, it was truly my pleasure. And how could you possibly tell this is the first time I've ever done an Instagram Live? How could you possibly know that?
It's the best. Thank you, man. Take care.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. Bye.